How's it going, guys? If you clicked on this video, you probably like rifles, probably like the AR-15, and you're just curious to see what I did with my rifle. This particular rifle that I built, this is the most recent rifle I built. I love building rifles, I love shooting them too, but really my favorite part of it is building them. And if you have a problem with that, then I really don't care. I'm sure you're going to say, if you're not training, you're dead to me. That's fine. I do train, but my favorite part is to build them. So this video is about that, and I'm just sharing this build with you. And if you're not interested, just click off. That's no problem. But that being said, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Up front here, the muzzle device is a Breeks Arms 3-prong flash hider with threaded suppressor ready, you might call it. It's also got the Breeks Arms blast shield or sound for device. I got several of these Breeks Arms devices on different rifles, and I really like them. They're solid for the money, so I'm a fan. The barrel is going to be a 14.7 Cold Hammer Forge F&N. Government profile. Government profile, say what you want to about them, but they're fine. They're fine. Whatever. For what most people are doing, government profile is just fine. Is it the best design out there? Probably not, but that's neither here nor there. The handguard is a Geissele. You guys are probably familiar with Geissele. It's a 13.5-inch MK16 in black. And I like the MK16 because it's still 70-75 aluminum, the tougher aluminum. If you look in some of the Geissele handrails, the longer they get, some of them drop down to 60-61, softer aluminum to save on weight. And I'd rather have the slight weight disadvantage for the durability in said particular rifle. The light is a Surefire Scout Turbo light. The cap is a dual manual button, just in case the pressure pad goes down, which is it's going to be the constant on or the temporary on. And I don't know a lot about any of them. I'll just be honest with you. I don't have a million of them, and I don't have all the knowledge in the world to tell you which one's the best. But this one seems to be just fine for my needs. And then I've got the backup in case something should go wrong with the wire or the clicky click. The hand wrap is a Grove Tech. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They're made in the USA. They're cheap enough. Multicam. Save your hand from getting too hot. With the Cold Hammer Forge barrel, can afford a lot of rate of fire. It can handle getting pretty hot. I got a little toggle for my shoestrings in it. Instead of tying it, I just put it through the toggle. Basic toggle you'll find on any coat, whatever. If you do that, I suggest getting a pretty good one. They got some cheap ones. I wouldn't cheap out. I tried that, and it's no bueno. The sling is a Blue Force gear. As you can see, multi-cam padded. Enough said about that. The receiver set is an FDE Anchor Harvey and a black Anchor Harvey upper receiver, basic mil spec, nothing special, except for the lower is an 80% lower, and that's kind of my shtick. I do 80% lowers, and if you're more interested in that, let me know. The magwell adapter is an Annex 3D printed. I do not have a ton of knowledge about these things. This one looked cool. This is the one I bought. It seems to be good. It seems to be nice, secure, good to go. So M855 green tip, 62 grain is basically all I have for bulk ammo, and kind of how this gun is set up. It's what it's set up for. The glass is going to be a EOTech ESP, whatever, ASPX something 3.4. and it's set up for that round particular, and the ballistics of that. And behind it, to aid it, I have the G45, so I can get the most out of that optic. I've heard some things on some different channels saying that this has tight box, short eye relief, and compared to every single, I've got some good magnifiers, and this one is probably the best on all of those, and all of them I've got are pretty good, except for one, and that would be my Holosun. I don't really care for it at all, and that seems to be one of the most popular, and it's good, but whatever. That's not what this is about. Got the Omni Unity riser, inline riser, because I wanted it, and the Unity fast riser in the front to line up with the magnifier. I got it in the OD green because it looks really cool. The charging handle is a Geissele. Just load it around, but we are in safe. Is a Geissele. Okay, where were we? Geissele Airborne FDE. The trigger is an awesome trigger. I love these triggers. It's a single stage Rise Blitz, cassette style, drop-in style trigger, if you will. I think they're freaking just totally underrated triggers that you don't hear much about, but not enough guys have tried them. Or for a single stage trigger, it is wicked. I have the basic mil-spec guard for the lower receiver because those are the best ones in my opinion. I like them the most, so I use them quite often. I have a basic mil-spec ejection button. I have a chrome lined, fully mil-spec BCG in there, and a basic mil-spec dust cover with the 5.56 NATO on the outside. I have a cheapo anti-walk pin set up there. I have I think I got this at B King's 60-degree dimpled throw. It's good. Love it. Feels good. I have a couple of those on different rifles. I got some stainless steel Jolly Rancher in black takedown pin set. You can see that. That's what those are. The bolt catch, bolt release is a Phase 5 Ambi bad lever, if you will. The furniture is all B5 multicam, as you can see. Got the B5 pistol grip, got the B5 stock, and of course it's pin and welded up here, so we're all good there, right? And we got the Strike Industries in-play castle nut, which has a QD mount or the H&K style clip, if you will. And it's got a little different design for keeping that castle nut from rotating. Instead of staking it, it's got a couple set screws that set in these little grooves that will not allow it to move. And so far it's worked just fine. I have not put 5,000 rounds through this, so this is not that kind of deal. This is just a look at my rifle kind of deal in this case, right? I'm not telling you any of this stuff is the primo gear. This is just a look at this rifle. And my lights just went off on half the garage. They're motion censored. Nothing is moving over there. Nice and tactile. I like the 60-degree throws. Where were we? Basic mil-spec buffer tube. Mil-spec length. It's got inside it, it's got a Geissele Super 42 H1 buffer and spring. And I like those pretty good. And this rifle was all about, you know, kind of duty grade durability, and that buffer does have that. What else can we tell you about this rifle? I think that's about it, you guys. Like I said, it's set up. The optic is set up for green tips. The 4 dots inside are set up for green tip, and that's what this barrel optic is all about. It's kind of a duty grade rifle, if you will. I do have a 3D printed honeycomb kill flash on the front with the little hole in the middle for my holographic sight. It's pretty great. It doesn't have the snap in the back. It's just a front tension fit, but there's no chance. I would hate to try to get this out, to be honest with you, at this point. It works great. Got it on eBay, and works great. That's my rifle. This is my gun. Oh, also, I did have the B5 Ford grip, but I just didn't like it, so I removed it. I did have it up here. You know, I really like to run it, but I hated it, and took it off. I do have a lot of cool rifles coming up. Centurion, Criterion, Geissele, General Defense, all kinds of awesome builds. I got the parts laying around ready to rock and roll. I got lots of other cool builds sitting around here. If you would like me to do a short video on those, I'd be happy to do that. But like I said, I'm not a expert by no means on any of this. I am just an American who loves to build guns and will continue to do so as long as I can, and that will be until the day I die. Also, I'd like to say that Christ is King, and we need to bring that back as such in this country. If we do not, we are in the making of our own demise, of our children and grandchildren, and we do not want that. And we'll leave it at that. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening, and love you guys. Independent